start with the word trust. Everything begins with our ability and our willingness to trust life. Life. What is life? You know, we look outside out there and life is a bunch of chaos. Kind of hard to trust that, right? We don't know what somebody's going to do today or tomorrow. But it's important that we trust life. In fact, science of mind is based on us being able to trust life. To have faith in the willingness of life. Life is God. Life is source. There's no part of life that is not God. Source. The infinite. The allness. It's all life. Not part of it. We don't get lost and life, God, source goes away from us. Jesus said that it is done unto you as you believe. We don't have to do it. It is done unto us. It's done by a power that is all. The allness. There's nothing that is not that power. So as we believe, it is being done. And when we trust that life is going to respond to us, when we trust that Ernest Holmes says that I know that there's a power for good, which is responding to me and bringing into my experience everything that's necessary to my unfoldment, to my happiness, to my peace, my health, to my success, everything. That power for good, the power that is powerful enough to make good of it. Make it good. Bring it forth at whatever belief level that we're going to hold. Without judgment. You believe in having a little? Oh, guess what you get? A little. But when we can change our demonstration to more, wow, without judgment, you get more. As you believe that you're worthy of, as you believe that you have. Ernest Holmes says there's only one way to demonstrate. There's a lot of books and people talking about manifestation, demonstration. And Ernest Holmes says there's only one way to demonstrate, and that's by word. By word. We speak the word. I am. I have. This is my life. This is who I am. This is what I am. And by doing so, by speaking that word, then the law responds and mirrors it back into our life. It's not complicated. You know, the Bible says that the Lord said that vengeance is mine. All that simply means is that whatever that word is going to be brought forth. Not our power. We can't take it back. If we're If our word is fitness, guess what's going to show up in our life, in our body? We can't take it back. We can't depower it. It doesn't work that way. We can only power it with our word. So what do? Do we go back and fix our word that we said yesterday? No. We speak a new word, a new thought. And then whatever that was being said yesterday, before, no longer has any legs, no longer has any support. It is no more being nourished. Because now we have a new word. We have that newness. We have a new year. We have a new thought. We have a new word. We have newness. All things are made new. As soon as we speak a new word, have that new thought, tell that new story. New year, it's about a year. It's about a new alignment. Never about time. Every day is the same as December 31st was. We're leaving behind the old and we're bringing in the new. Every day, every moment. All they do is a new now that we're creating. Right here, right now. With a new word. With a higher, building a higher consciousness about who we are. Louise Hay did it with mirror work. To look in the mirror and say, I love you. To be able to look in the mirror and realize that you're meeting the love of your life. You're looking in the when you realize that life, God, source, sees you in that mirror as the love of God's life. We're made in Him so that God could come forth and live this world with peace, love, and joy. And God is going to be centered in peace, love, and joy, living in that way. Requiring us to be in alignment with the word that we're speaking, with the thoughts that we're having. You know, in the book Creative Mind, there is one sentence that is in all caps. In the whole book, one sentence that is in all caps. And it is see, hear, talk about, and read only what you wish. And never again let a negative thought come into your mind. Negative thoughts are thoughts about sickness. They're thoughts about lack. They're thoughts about anything that is not a thought about peace, love, and joy, abundance, balance, harmony. Everything else is trash. You know how our house can fill up with trash? And what do? We take out the trash, right? Mickey Singer talks about emptying ourselves, emptying our mind, referring to taking out the trash. It's just there. It's in the way. It's no. And then we don't have to do anything. Oh, we may have to go somewhere. I know. I love talking at Gulfport, at New Thought Community with Marya. And guess what? In order to do that, I have to drive there. We have to get up earlier than some people that live around the corner. And that's okay. Because it's peace, love, and joy. It's good. It feels good. It's okay. But you know what? Everything in life, I don't know, this inner realization that I want to do. But I don't have to do everything. I don't have to go make things happen. The law makes it, and I trust the law. Trust the law that makes a plant grow. I don't understand it. Nobody actually can make it the way that the law of nature does. And I trust that the plant's going to grow. So I need to know that my word is going to grow exactly at that level that I'm putting it out there. I'm trusting life, trusting the universe, trusting the law. God, source, is that law that says it's my pleasure to give you the kingdom and the. And it's also the law that says that your word is that kingdom that you believe, and I will give it to you. Speak it affirmatively. Speak it in the now. I am. I have. This is it. We're going to be visioning. This Sunday we're visioning classes. I am wanting to everybody. We don't vision that something's going to happen in August. We're visioning that I am that right now. I am that person. I am that guy that this is happening to, that it is coming at the right time, in the right place. It is mine already. This is who I am in this now moment. And trust that because I'm in alignment with my peace, love, and joy, I'm in alignment with my desired life, trust life will let that unfold.
You see, we are going into this new year with a sense of excitement, a willingness to trust. And as Ron shared with us, the words that were highlighted and in bold was see, hear, talk, read only what you wish, and never, ever, 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 ever let a negative thought come into your mind. Now let's just pause for a minute. We know that we manage our finances, we manage our household, we manage our nutritional, what we're eating, what we're putting into our bodies, how we exercise. We have a tendency to manage these things in our life so that we can trust ourselves, basically, right? Isn't that true? You balance your checkbook so you can trust that you know what's going on with your finances. But my question to you today is, are you managing your spiritual essence and energy? And if so, how are you choosing to manage that? Now, the reason why that is an important question is when you are definitely managing your spiritual essence and your energy, everything else seems to fall into place in perfect alignment with what you are desiring, with what you've been putting out there for years and years and years. Now, this is not new to any of you. I know many of you personally, and you have read the material, it's been out there. But yet, in the human sense of who we are, we allow for those negative thoughts to pop in. We do. And one of the reasons why is there's a field around us, a field of consciousness. It's invisible. We know that. It's energy. And we are not going to deny what is going on in the external world. Now, as we study science of mind, we know that what happens in our internal world is a direct reflection of what we are going to experience in the external world. If we could just teach that to every human being on this planet, I think that we would realize peace a lot quicker. I know that we would, actually. I know that we would. I know that. So the key here is trusting yourself. And listen, when you trust yourself, you're actually trusting that divine power that is within you as you, that expresses through you. That's what you're trusting. You're not trusting the wounded inner child or the ego. You are trusting that divine power, the one power, and you are allowing for non-separation to happen in your world. We all get this. It's putting it into practice in a new sense. It's perfect. It's 2024. People have been asking me what's going on in 2024. I don't predict anything, but I do see things. I do sense things. I do feel things. I will tell you, in the internal part of who you are, you're going to come into your power, your empowerment. That means you're standing on that holy ground. You are in your power. That is what the empowerment is about. You can speak your voice. This is the time when that's going to be that's actually been going on for the past 4 years. We're learning how to do it. We're getting more into our power, and we are able to understand what exactly is our passion, so we could live that passion, so we have a sense of purpose. And all of us are different. Now, the external world, we know there's uncertainty, there's confusion, there's chaos, there's a lot of separation stirring up. We know that. We're not in denial about that. But we also know that our internal world, how are we managing our energy and our spiritual essence, is going to be a direct reflection of what we are experiencing on the outside world. Now, Ron shared with us that he said, speak the word. Speak the word. How we speak the word. We change our demonstrations by how we're speaking our word. But let me go a little bit deeper, if I can. So the word comes from a thought, correct? You're following me? The word that I'm speaking comes from a thought, an original thought or a thought that comes from within me. That thought creates a feeling automatically. It's just what happens. The feeling then brings up images. Now, our brain is producing images faster than we can imagine. We just have to pause to see what the image is, but they're there. And don't tell me that you can't imagine things, because I think that when I work with people that say that, and then by the end of my conversation, they're telling me, they're sharing stories of the images that they're seeing. Now, those images that are coming up may have attachments to them. For instance, they may have a trigger, a trauma. The attachment might be ancestral, it might be family driven, or it might be an attachment of joy, another experience that you had. So this is what I call managing our energy and spiritual essence, is to pause, certainly to pause when there's some kind of stirring going on, chaos, some kind of sadness in your life, to take that pause and ask yourself, number one, what have I been saying? What have I been saying to myself? Now, I'm going to tell you, yesterday I had a conversation with a very lovely person, a person that I have high respect for. The conversation lasted for 45 minutes. I got off the phone and I'm pleased that I was in a state of awareness and not picking up anything. But every single word out of her mouth was a negative tone. The tonality was complaining, judging. Oh, let me take a deep breath. Okay. I blessed it, I strengthened it, I released it for myself and for her. And I know that there's a lot of stuff going on in her external world. And it doesn't surprise me, because if she's not realizing what she's saying, guess what? She's creating a feeling. The thought creates a feeling with it. The feeling's creating images. And ooh, that's just one big snowball effect, isn't it? It's a snowball effect. And so as we go into this 2024, what it's going to unfold for us, it's so very precious to us. There's so many things like Louise Hay's mirror work. Yes, the mirror work, it's more than just looking in the mirror and looking in your eyes and saying, I love you. It's actually a deeper sense of what's within is what's going to be reflected out. It's just a reminder. What's going on within is going to be reflected out. Now, how many of us ladies, I'm not including Ron in this one, but how many of us ladies walk past a mirror and say, oh dear, I have got to get my hair colored. It's time. Or my hair needs to be styled. It's that time again. And we religiously, like clockwork, do that. But wouldn't it be lovely for us to say, my hair's growing. That means I'm healthy. Isn't that amazing? And oh, I have this great hairdresser that's going to change that and transform it for me. But gosh, to have healthy growing hair, the roots, my goodness, in 5 weeks, my hair has grown 1 inch. Isn't that amazing? This human body that I have. Isn't that a different way of self-talk? Now, I know we're laughing, we're chuckling about that, but this is the year for us to really take a deeper look at what is going on in our internal world. And I say that with a lot of compassion and trust, because this year, so much is already happening. So much chaos is being stirred up. And you and I both know, we all know, that we could easily get hooked into that chaos. We could. I've shared with you many times that when I watch the news, I remind myself it's an opportunity for me to pray. And what I mean by pray, I had this conversation with Ron earlier, is when Ron and I are talking with each other about any situation, for instance, it could be how I'm expressing myself. And if he has a perception that Marya is always going to not let him speak, guess what? Now, that may have happened 30 years ago, but guess what? He's not in the now moment, and vice versa. So how we pray is to see it, to use our imagination, our words, and our feelings to see it as we desire it to be. So when I say peace on earth, automatically I have this image of going to my heart space, and many of you know we do this in meditation, and seeing that beautiful sunshiny ray radiating past me and reaching across the globe, touching every soul and going beyond the edge of the universe. When I say peace on earth, that is the image that I get and the feeling that I get. Oh, it's just lovely. It's lovely. So in taking care of in managing and taking care of our lives, we must, this is the time, and I usually don't say must, but this is the time for us to understand that we have this spiritual essence and this energy that is more important than our finances, than our household, than our relationships, because that is the core of what allows for the field, your field that you're living in, to radiate for you. So when somebody comes up to you and says, you just are smiling all the time, it's like you live in your own little bubble. Of course, I say, yeah, I do. I do. It's my bubble. I like my bubble. And if you join me, we'll just dance in this bubble together and have fun. And how do we do it? How do we listen to Ernest Holmes' words? See, hear, talk, read only what we wish. How do we do that? Trust that there is a higher power. Let go of what is no longer needed. Ask yourself, like when you're going through your household, and many of you know this, you ask yourself, is this serving me? If it isn't, you let it go. This morning I was going through a drawer and I found a cord for an iPod. Remember those things? They're little squares, an iPod to listen to music. And it was a charger cord. And I wrapped it up and I labeled it and I put it with my cords because I said someday I might need it. And whoa, I was in the kitchen getting a cup of coffee and I ran back in that drawer, pulled it out and said, this is no longer serving me. I don't even own an iPod. I don't even know if they make them anymore, and threw it away. I was intentionally teaching myself to continue to let go what is no longer serving me. And that also means not just physical things. It could mean relationships. It could mean thoughts that we have. It could mean a way we did things, a habit. We are conditioned by what was given to us, domesticated, whatever the media conditions us, unless you're aware that the media is biased and telling us whatever the media, whoever they are, want us to hear. So to be able to let go of whatever it is. Now, we always say, I am open, ready, and willing. What does open mean? Open means, hey, guess what? I don't know everything. I don't. I think I do, but I don't. I don't know everything. So I'm open to this expansive, creative, very possible universe that has an infinite amount of ideas and scenarios waiting for me to experience. That's what being open means. And how else do we do this? We embrace our sense of communities. This call is a community. Morning Sunshine and Miracles is a community. We go to New Thought Church or a Unity Church. That is a community. We have family communities. We embrace those communities and love each other. We're there for each other. We create a sacred space for ourselves. We create that sacred space, whatever that looks like for you. You have to honor that space. We call this Morning Sunshine and Miracles. No, none of you have ever asked me why I came up with that name. Morning Sunshine and Miracles means I have a daily routine. Marya does. And my daily routine brings sunshine into my life, and it manifests into miracles after miracles, so that I remind myself every morning I am committed to my daily routine, whatever that is. Some mornings it's reading in a beautiful book that I embrace. Some mornings it's listening to music or meditating. So another way that we can continue is ask for support, and decide to make a difference in your world. Decide to make a difference in your world. And that's how you can embrace these changes going on within you, allow them, be open to them, and experience this life of joy. That's all we have to say about that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Amazing words. to do a spiritual mind treatment here, which we do every Thursday morning. It will be done unto us of a power which can do anything that is given it to do. We just simply know ourselves in this prayer. This is who I am. This is the people around me, my world. This is what it. We just speak our truth at this higher level. Speaking our wellness, our abundance, our love, our peace and joy. And we can just this morning say a couple of words, and we're going to move on to others because we're running a little bit behind. We want to get the prayer in here for everybody. So, Susan, can you give us a couple of words about who you are and your world is? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I'm sorry,
I can hear you.
Okay.
I was on mute.
I understand.
Okay, so I'll begin again. I am the presence of life, which is my goodness, and life is good to me.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to kind of go down the list here so we can do it. How about you, Beth? You want to add for you?
I trust that I am fully healthy and on the path for my greatest good.
Who you are. Joe, how about you? You there?
Yes, I am being all I am designed to be.
Okay. Sandy?
Well, oh boy, I trust that I live this life affirming a comfort zone wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. I could go on about that, but I'll stop.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah. Nancy?
Yes, I trust the inner smile and warmth to radiate out to affect all others in such a way that a calm assurance is here for us in peace and joy, supreme health, wellness, and God's seed within us ever growing and blossoming and honored and acknowledged and accepted with pure love.
Sounds like the Garden of Eden today out there.
Amen.
Okay, Kate, how about you?
I trust that the source energy is within me and that it flows for me, and that that my thoughts, my positive thoughts, make a difference within me, but also without, how they flow out. And as I'm in peace and love and joy, that it will flow for me. That's what I trust.
Thank you. Nice. Alice?
I think she's on mute.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. I'll go again.
Say it
I
again.
trust that I am the presence of God. And I know that that presence shows up, and I allow it to show up in everyone around me.
Radiant.
I trust that I am God's perfect demonstration of love, peace, prosperity, and health. And it's ever present, it's undeniable, and it's ever radiating in every nook, corner, area, cranny aspect